Hello everyone, and endpoint detection and response is a security solution that offers deep level protection for the endpoints. No matter where the endpoints are, the EDR will make sure they are monitoring constantly and treat or detected. Below are some of the EDR solution. You can look at that and several other solutions available in the market. Future EDR, there are three main features of EDR, which can also refer to as the three pillar of the EDR solution: visibility, detection, and response. And a good analyst often depend. Let's let's close it. Yeah, I think we don't need that. Okay, we have it on a separate. I think it's better. A good analysis often depend on the available level of the vulnerability of the activities. This is the one of the feature of EDR that make it unique from the other endpoint security solution. This level of the visibility EDR provide is impressive. It collect details data from the endpoint, which include process modification, registry modification, file and folder modification, user action, and much more. It then presents this information in a very structured format to the analysis. The analysis can see the whole process tree with a complete activities timeline of the sequence of action. The analysis can also access the historical data and any endpoint for the threat hunting or any other purposes, and any detector in the EDR land with the whole context. Process modification, registry modification, file and folder modification, user action, and much more. The following screenshot shows geographical representation of the process tree. We can see the which process were spawned on the endpoints. Each node represent a process. The line connecting them represents their relationship. If we can click on the plus icon, give the each process, we will be able to see all the network connection registry. Hello everyone. Change a file change associated with a process. Detection. The detection feature EDR win over the traditional detection capabilities. It incorporates signature based on detection as well as behavior based detection, such as unexpected user use activities, which with a modern machine learn capabilities, it identify sorry it identifies any deviation from the baseline behavior and instantly flag it. It can also detect fileless malware that reside in the memory. It also allows us to feed custom IOC from threat detection. The following screenshot shows dashboard of all the details happening on the different endpoint. Each detection is represented by the raw. The difference field includes the severity of the detection, time, trigger, file, hostname, username, and more. The tactic via the technique field map the detection with the MTRE. MTRE is uh, adversarial technique and command knowledge. Any detection when click will show the rich details which help SOC analysis during the analysis. And response. EDR also empower analysts to take action on the detect threat. This action can be taken at any endpoint with the central EDR console. Imagine getting a detection on the EDR with a full-fledged detail on when, where, and what happened, and you have to opt for the best possible action for that detection. As an analyst, you may decide to isolate a complete endpoint, terminate a process, a currently some files. You can also connect the host remotely and execute action independently. You can do this all from within the EDR console. The following screenshot shows the action available that can be taken on the host after the connecting to do it. There are several other actions that analysts can take during the investigation. In task 6, we will be covering the detection and response capabilities and more. Which feature of EDR provides a complete context for all detection? I think uh, and which process spawn sc.exist ex. Uh, Visibility, I think is visibility. Let's try visibility. Nice. And which process is SC? Where is the SC? Okay. Which process spawn? Hmm. Correct. I don't know. What do you think, guys? Oh, it's CMD. It's CMD. CMD. Uh, Before we process to how to Before we proceed to how to behind EDR working, let's answer a very common question that comes in mind. But let's see. Hmm, we have a word list here. We have a full Linux, like not too bad. But why do we need an EDR? Let's why we need this machine? I don't know. Maybe okay. Let's terminate it at the moment because we don't need it. Uh, okay. Both of these security solutions have the same motive at the protecting of the endpoints on which they. Let's close the door, guys. Okay, now it's better, which they are installed. However, both differ in the level of the protection they provide. Let's assume an airport in an endpoint that needs protection. One layer of protection is to check the passport of the people when they pass through the immigration. The immigration check monitor incoming people and matches their passport with the least known criminal in its database. If there is a match, the entry is blocked and caught. Sounds like a smart protection, right? But what happens if someone who has never been identified as a criminal in the past and has an innocent personality tries to come in? The immigration check will let them in. Now, what if this innocent person were a professional thief trained to evade a basic security? The airport has an undetected threat inside. This is where an EDR comes in. Guys, EDR is endpoint detection and response is a series of the tools that monitor evidence, monitor device for the security that uh, could indicate threat. It has a link. I can paste it here if someone needs to check it. You can check it on the uh, comment section. Hello everyone, welcome. If you have question about cybersecurity, I would be happy to hear that. An EDR is this analogy would be the security officer station inside the airport. This security officer would constantly monitor the security cameras and motion sensor in the airport. Compared to the immigration check, the security officer enhanced the protection of the airport through the CCTV monitor and motion sensors. Even if someone managed the immigration check, the security officer will consistently by the monitoring their action, such as are they remaining close to the restrict areas, is their behavior suspicious, or are they leaving their bag somewhere unattended. The security officer can also take action if someone does not feel right to them or alert airport management with the complete details of the what happened. The antivirus may detect some basic threat, but to detect advanced threat that evade a normal detection, we need an EDR unlike the antivirus software's basic signature-based detection. It monitors and records the behavior of the endpoint. EDR also provides the other uh, endpoints. Let's break down this scenario. Step 1. A user received a phishing email with a Word document embedded with a malicious macro. And step 2. The user downloaded the document and opened it. The malicious macro is silently executed and spawns PowerShell. The malicious macro runs an obfuscate PowerShell command to download the sophisticated second stage payload. The payload is injected into a legitimate SVC host.exe. The attacker gains remote access to the system. The whole thing is like this. Winboard macro execution, PowerShell alert here is triggered. And second stage payload download remote access. Step 1 does nothing if the download if file has no previous signature in the database. Logs the file download activity and monitor it. Does nothing upon the open the document since WinWord.exe is legitimate on utility. Record the execution of the WinWord and keep monitoring it. Does nothing if the execute markup has no previous signature. Detect and flag macro execute due to the unusual present child pattern child relationship and WinWord.exe and PowerShell.exe process. Typically, AWS will not detect obfuscate PowerShell script, flag the script execution, will not flag malicious injection into a SVC host.exe. Since it does not monitor the memory is injected. Detected process injection is SVC host. Like network level visibility. Flag unexpected behavior of SVC host making an outbounded connection. May be marked as a clean, generated an alert with the full attack chain and enable analysts to take action from the within the EDR. In the given analogy, what represents an AVs? This one, step 4. Immigration check. Which legitimate process by hijacking by the attacker in the scenario? Hmm. WinWord.exe SCC host, yes. Which security solution might mark this activity as a clean? Mm, Maybe antivirus. Antivirus. Guys, I think it's enough for today. I hope have a lovely weekend and see you